All right, welcome. In this video, I'm going to step you through some of the steps to take a test using HonorLock. So the first thing we do is we come to our uh, Brightspace page. We click on Content, and of course, you'll see one of the links over here is HonorLock exams. Please take care to read through the instructions here. Give me a few of the rules for taking tests using HonorLock. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to click the HonorLock link here. And what you're going to get is a very quick thing. It's going to pop up here the first time you do this. Now, after this, it will only happen the first time. So you have to add the HonorLock Chrome extension. So it's going to tell you that. Click I agree and get started. It's going to take you over to a page, and we're going to need to install that extension. Okay, so it takes us over to a tab here with the HonorLock extension, and we have to click. You can read through the directions here. The extension takes you to HonorLock proctored exams using the Chrome browser. Lets you take proctored exams using the browser. Okay, so you want to click Add that to Chrome. It's going to ask you, are you sure you can do that? And yes, you have to have it. Okay, so that's going to be step one. All right, so we have added HonorLock there. Now, underneath that, it is going to then list your assessments. I haven't yet turned it on. I'm going to do that here in a moment. So we will turn that on. The second thing you have to do is make sure that HonorLock is the only extension you have turned on when you take an exam. To make sure that HonorLock is the only active extension that you have working in Chrome, if you're logged into Chrome, over on the far right side here, you have the Chrome menu with the three dots. You click on the three dots, you scroll down here to extensions and click Manage Extensions. And you can see that I currently have two active extensions on my computer. HonorLock is not going to be happy if you're taking a test with any other extension on other than itself. So you just click to disable them. Again, make sure the HonorLock one is enabled. That's the only way that you can take exams. It will not even let you do it without that being on. So everything else has to be off. So you just toggle them off. It's fine. It's okay to have other extensions on. They just have to be off. Okay, so we toggle so that HonorLock is on. Okay, so now when you click the HonorLock after you've added the extension, again, make sure that's the only extension on. It will show your exams there. And there is just the one right now is the HonorLock practice test. So what you're going to do when you take that is you're going to click the launch button. Okay, you're going to click the launch button. That will launch your exam. Again, make sure you don't have any other programs open at the time, just the Chrome browser only. And you're going to click launch. Okay. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to take you to a page where it's going to ask you, give you some information, and you have to agree to these conditions, right? Data collection and use. During your assessment, we may collect information about any websites you visit. Again, on the normal exam, you'll be able to use the Desmos scientific calculator. That link will be an allowed link that you can go to. Okay, so you will be allowed to go to that. But for this practice exam, you're not, because I do want you to practice showing your work, because later we will be doing exams where you will have problems that are going to be multiple step, and you need to get used to using the online show your work interface. Okay, so that's for this one, but like I said, for other exams, you will be able to use that. That'll be an allowed link. Any other links that aren't allowed, it will record that and flag those for you. Okay, so you're going to click I agree, and continue to system check. Desktop app required. Okay, so you need to download the desktop app. Okay, so I just did that. It says follow the instructions below. If you've installed the Google Chrome and HonorLock desktop app, So I'm just going to click up here and take care of that. Okay, so in my case, on my computer here at work, I'm not able to install that because I don't have administrative rights. But you will need to install that app. Okay. And then you would click launch that app. Okay. At that point, you will just need to come back and navigate to My Math Lab, okay, which you should be able to do by just coming up onto content. So you'll keep your HonorLock tab open. Keep that tab open and just come back to start here and click your My Math Lab link and open My Math Lab. You will then click on assignments. Okay, now it's very important, the only link you can click is your HonorLock practice test, and it's going to ask you for a password. Now, what it's going to look like for you when you do this is you should have a little tab. I'm not able to pull it up myself, but I do have a recording from a video here where when you're on this screen, you don't put the password in. You will have a little HonorLock menu down here where you will click on that to add the assessment, to add the password. Okay, so it's asking for a password. You don't put that password in. You will have this little HonorLock helper down here, and you'll click that to enter the password. Okay, so that's how you're going to get the password in for the exam. Okay, so when you click on, again, when I click on this, it's asking for a password. That's where you're going to use the little HonorLock helper to put in that password, and then you can start your assessment. Okay, so let me just then show you what the sample exam looks like for you. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So, of course, I'm not using HonorLock to put it in. I have to pull up the password myself because I do want to show you what the little exam is looks like. Okay. So again, you won't be entering a password. That's what HonorLock will be doing for you. So HonorLock has put the password in for you. You will be on a screen that looks like this. If you get the right tab open, it says HonorLock practice test start, and we just click start. Okay, and so here's your questions. Yours will be similar to these ones. You can see there's a problem here adding mixed numbers. Okay, and there is this show your work tab. Okay, that's where you will be putting all of your work. Okay, that's where you will be putting all of your work for the exam. Again, so you can use here the equation editor. So if you click right here, math expression, and then click on the screen. So if I wanted to say, okay, I got 17 and 3 over 7, I can actually just type 3 over 7. And underneath, I might write my 55 and 3 over 5. Right? And, do my work here, common denominator for 5 and 7. Right? That would be 35. So I know it's going to be over 35. So I could just punch that in, and then of course I have to multiply by 5, so multiply 3 by 5, right? That's going to be 15 over 35. Down here, again, I know it's over 35, So I know I have to multiply by 7. 3 times 7 is 21. And then I would add 15 and 21, I'd get 36 over 35. How organized or disorganized this work is totally up to you. Just do what you need. I'm not going to grade you on a quality of work. I just need to see your work. Uh, and of course, then I can convert that to the mixed number 1 and 1 over 35. Adding those numbers, 17 and 55, is what, 65, 72 plus 1. So overall, my answer would be 73 and 1 over 35. And that's what I want to enter in. So I say save my work, and I want to put that in. Again, what did I say it was? 73 and 1 over 30, or 1 over 35. So I can come in here. There's a mixed number template, 17 and 1 over 35. Make sure to pay attention to the directions as far as what format they want your answer to be in. Okay. Sometimes it'll say your answer has to be in a fraction form. So it wouldn't like the mixed number form in that case. But then you just click next and you move on to your next problem. In this example, it's a decimal multiplication problem. And I'm going to continue and show you the last example is an order of operations problem. So again, purpose of this is just to get you used to the interface so you know what to experience. And again, practice using that show your work. Okay, I will be looking when you're taking exams at your show your work. And of course, I can see that as you're taking the test, what you're putting in there. So I can see that you're doing the actual work for the problem. If you're doing problems that are complicated and you're not showing work and there's not calculator computations that are on screen and I can see, then it's pretty clear to me that you are using some third-party tool that you should not be using. So that's why I'm having you show your work. Again, it doesn't have to be anything perfect looking. Everything can be all over the place in this show your work screen, but you can just use your equation format. If you click in there, by the way, you can click the little, when I click on it, the little symbols here to get some of the common symbols. You can actually click more. You can see there's a whole bunch of symbols, many of which we won't use. We'll be mostly using the basic fraction symbols and some stuff like that. So the ones that kind of come up by default. The fraction, those are the most common ones that we will be using. So, okay, so that's how the interface works. Good luck if you run into any problems. This is why we're doing a practice run to make sure that you're comfortable and that everything works. So if you run into any issues at all, please email me. This is new for me, so I'm not, perfectly sure how everything's going to work because I haven't tried to use this before. Other faculty here at the college have. They've kind of told me a little bit about it, but this is new for me too. So if you do run into any issues, please contact me. If you have any problems with this practice assessment, absolutely no issue with me resetting it so you can try it again to make sure that you get how everything needs to work. All right, good luck.